with Gary Maxwell for some more introductions for this 8-round cruiserweight fight.
Maritime Cruiserweight Championship fight is scheduled for 8 3-minute rounds. Again, 8 3-minute rounds in the Cruiserweight division. Introducing first of all, fighting out of the blue corner, on Brad Hill. He's wearing blue gloves with white stripes, weighing in at 186 pounds. On top of the man says he's from Silktown, New Brunswick, with a professional record of 2 wins, 1 loss, known as the Fighting Preacher. Ladies and gentlemen, announcing it here, Dwayne Storey. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent is fighting out of the red corner, or Brad Hill. He is wearing black trunks with white trim, and he weighs in at 181 pounds. Strong, tough, and ranked number 2 in the cruiserweight division by the Canadian Professional Boxing Federation. His record is 4-4 with 2 knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, announcing this year from Campbellton, New Brunswick, Paul
Dwayne, training in Moncton under Brian Buddy Fontaine. What can we say about these guys? Why don't you set us up, Raj?
Well, you know that this is a rematch. They fought last June 29th. Storey won a close decision over Morrisey. Tonight they're fighting 8 rounds for the Cruiserweight Maritime Championship, and it's going to definitely be a good fight. Both boys came here to fight tonight.
Yeah. What else do you know about Morrisey, Raj?
Well, Morrisey from Campbellton, New Brunswick. He's self-managed, okay, and he has a professional record of 5 wins, 3 losses. Maxwell had said 4-4. I think that was a mistake.
I believe it was too, Raj.
Okay, he says he feels great. He feels he's improved 100% since his last outing, and that everybody here is going to get a surprise tonight. Mostly Dwayne Storey. Storey's in for a surprise.
You got to love that, Raj. You got to love a guy that talks a good fight.
That's right. You got to like the hype a little bit. You know, not overdo it, but definitely come in confident.
It's time for the talk to be done. Almost.
That's right. And Morrisey's been sparring with Ronald Savoy in preparation for this fight, and I guess he's been doing quite a job.
Really?
Quite a good job sparring with Savoy.
That's good.
That's right.
He should be in good shape then, and prepared well for this. What else do you know about Dwayne Storey? What can you tell us about this kid? They call him the preacher. This guy's got a family, Raj. He works a full-time job.
Yep.
He's studying to be a Baptist minister. What else can you tell us about him?
Well, Storey tipped the scales at 186 3/4 pounds for tonight's fight. He's got a pro record of 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 knockout. He's a boxer puncher. That's the card on him. And for anybody out there that hasn't seen him fight before, he's a boxer puncher. You'll see it. He's studying right now to be a preacher, so he is known as the Fighting Preacher.
Preacher.
That's right, and he is ranked in Canada, and so is Paul Morrisey. They're both ranked in Canada in the Cruiserweight division, so it's nice to see this happening here tonight, bringing the title match to Moncton.
Yes, it is, Raj. And maybe you could update the results of our first card for any of the folks that are joining us late out there.
Okay, in the curtain raiser tonight, the 4-round middleweight fight, we had Ralph Jowwood of Halifax score a first-round TKO over Shaquille Shalik of Anchorage, Alaska. That was a really good fight.
Was too a good fight, Raj. I enjoyed that.
It was a really good fight. The Lebanese bomber, Jowwood, good stand-up fighter, worked the punch as well, and didn't last long.
Didn't last long, no.
And in our second fight, in the middleweight division, we saw Benoit Boudreau making his comeback, and it's unfortunate for Benoit, but he ran up against a tough customer like Stephen Weir out of New Minas. Weir landed some vicious body shots.
Vicious body shots,
and
yes.
Boudreau went down twice, couldn't get up, or at least didn't get up in time the second time. And second round knockout for Weir.
I have to tell you, Raj, Boudreau had all of his senses about him. He was breathing very hard on his knees in the ring. It didn't look to me like he wanted to get up. To me, in my opinion, there had to be something wrong.
Exactly. Let's get up to the ring now with the action there.
And off we go.
As you'll see here, Morrisey likes to box from the outside.
Oof.
I don't know if he's planning to come in here and rumble tonight. Oh, he's landing some good shots. Storey looks to have his hands a little bit low. He should keep his hands a little higher because Morrisey has a good jab. A very good jab.
I agree with you. I was never a firm believer in that hands down at your sides, at your waist, trying to stand in there with a guy that could throw a bomb and catch you. But to me, that wasn't the idea.
Well, that's the thing, is you climb up in the weight divisions, the cruiserweights, the heavyweights, you get bigger punchers.
Bigger punchers, right?
So you don't want to eat too many. And Morrisey, though, is not really known as the puncher. He likes to box. He usually stays at long range, works the jab. So I'm really surprised to see the way he's opened up here tonight. But I guess he wants to set the tone and show Storey that he is a different fighter.
That's right, yeah. Well, like you say, these two guys fought before, and with Storey winning a close decision. So maybe Morrisey's changed his game plan a little bit tonight.
That's right. Morrisey may not have opened up last time. It's hard to say. But, you know, you got to remember and give Storey all the credit. He's got the power. So Morrisey should respect that punching power.
Yes. The two fighters are pretty well staying at long range, Rog, here in the opening round.
Yep.
They're trying to feel each other out, I guess, a little bit.
That's right.
You wouldn't think there'd be too much feeling out after a previous fight, but of course that was last year, and this is now, so
actually,
I guess you go through all the process again.
Last June.
Last June, yeah.
It was only a few months ago.
Only a few months ago.
So they're still fresh. It would be like round 5 starting right now. Actually,
yeah, that's right.
8-round schedule for the Cruiserweight Championship of the Maritimes.
Have either one of these fighters gone 8 rounds before, Raj, to your knowledge?
On record, I can't tell you for sure, Ted. I can't tell you for sure. I know Morrisey's been around. You know, here's a guy, he's got a 5-3 record as a pro, but he's used to fighting tough guy tournaments, and he's got some good ring experience.
Sure. It's rather lackadaisical compared to our last fight, Raj, but like you say, things seem to slow down a little bit in the higher weight divisions. And as you say, it's still just the first round, so they're in the feeling out process.
You're right. You're right. Morrisey, I think, is probably going to, you'll see him probably work the jab more than Storey. Storey likes to throw the bombs.
Yes.
You know, he likes to throw the bombs. Some good head movement there by Morrisey.
Yes. For Storey to be such a stand-up fighter with his hands down like that, Roger, he almost seems hard to hit, too. I don't understand that.
I don't either, but you can tell, though, that Morrisey is fighting on the outside. He's not, you know...
He's not really in close.
No, he doesn't have his head on his chest or anything like that. But Morrisey, again, the jab is going to be probably the ticket for him tonight to win the fight. On the other hand, he's going to have to watch Storey's power to respect it.
Going to have to watch Storey's power, because it looks to me like Storey's almost in the feeling out process. He's sitting back on some of that power, and he's just waiting to unload some of it.
Exactly. And you can tell every shot that he throws, it's with bad intention.
Exactly right, yeah.
So that was a good opening round.
It was a good opening round too, Raj, yeah.
And we see Ulis Warren is the official referee for this bout as well.
Yes, good to see Ulis back in there again, doing a fine job as usual.
Yes, I thought he did a great job in the opening bout, stopping it when he did.
Yes, he did.
He's new to the game as far as refereeing. You know, we know he's got all kinds of ring experience as a fighter, amateur and pro. But it's different when you're in there and you're the third man in there.
It's different when you're in there, Roger, and I agree with you there. But at the same time, the referee gets when he's in there and he has ring experience, he knows how it feels to be hit and hurt. He has the experience of being in the ring.
That's right.
And knows how fighters feel and when they need that extra second, if they need it, when to break. And I think Ulis is doing an admirable job for his first time.
Definitely. Well, I like what you touched on, the fact that he was a fighter at one time. A lot of referees don't have boxing experience. Ulis used to fight, and he can tell when a guy's hurt, and that's going to be an advantage to a lot of these guys that he referees.
That's right. And we're ready to go on round 2, Roger.
I think you'll probably see some more of the same. You'll see Morrisey hands up, work the jab. Storey's still looking for the big bomb.
Uh-huh.
You see he opens up, Morrisey opens up with a double jab that missed, and Storey landed a good left jab.
Storey throws that pretty quick from the waist there.
Exactly. It's deceiving.
It is deceiving.
Yes, because the hands are down low, eh?
As I said before, it's certainly not something I recommend, but it seems to work for him anyway.
It works for him. It could be some sort of invitation for to bring your opponent in a little closer so he can land those bombs.
Possibly, yes.
You know, you're leaving an opening. It's hard to say. You can see Morrisey's the busier of the two fighters up to this point.
He has been up to this point. Raj, any thoughts on the first round?
Could have been called even, but I would have to give Morrisey the edge because he threw more punches. He was
I agree
more
with
aggressive.
you there. He was more aggressive. I would give him the edge in the first round as well.
Exactly. Storey kept his distance, waiting to land the bombs. Morrisey threw a little bit more leather. and actually landed more.
Pretty well seems to be the same story this round here so far, Roger.
Yep. You see Storey backtracking a little bit.
Yeah.
Morrisey throwing the jab, following it up with the right hand.
Well, I can recall back around 1980, Raj, I lost the decision to Mike Fougier in the same manner by laying back like that and maybe not doing exactly everything I should have done, and he won the fight for the simple fact of being the aggressor. So, as you say, when you lay back like that, if there's not a lot of punches being thrown or landed, you really have to give the edge to the aggressor.
Exactly.
It's all the way, and the referee sees it.
Aggression is a big part of the scoring of a fight, especially if the boys aren't throwing any punches, or if one of the fighters not throwing any punches.
Yeah.
Oh, they're starting to heat up a little bit more.
Starting to heat up a little. He seemed to have stung Morrisey there with that shot, Raj.
He sure did. Good short shot.
Got a red ear anyway.
Yeah. It doesn't take long for the old ears to get red. But Morrisey's light complected. He usually shows the effects of the punches.
He just missed with a big looping right hand there, Raj.
Paul the Apostle Morrisey.
Paul the Apostle Morrisey.
That's the name he likes to
Oh,
go by.
nice left hook landed right there by Morrisey, Raj.
Beautiful left hook by Morrisey.
It didn't even budge the Story.
Didn't appear to fizz him at all.
Didn't appear to budge him, no.
It moved his head, but it didn't look like it shook it.
No.
There's
a nice right hand. Nice right hand right there, Raj. I think he shook Morrisey with that one.
Storey landed a big right hand to the side of the head. You know, these boys, they're definitely not scared to mix it up, but they're trying to fight a more tactical fight.
More tactical fight this time around.
Yeah.
I wish I'd been privy to the first one.
It was very similar to this. It lasted 4 rounds. It went the distance. Storey received the decision, but it was close. It could have gone either way.
Exactly.
Could have gone either way.
Yeah.
So they're definitely well evenly matched and prepared for tonight's bout.
Prepared for tonight's bout. Wow. Storey had lots behind that one. Just caught him on the arm with it.
You're right. He loaded up, and unfortunately for Morrisey, he backed out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, you can see that Storey doesn't choose to sit down between rounds. That's not something you see a whole lot of.
Remind you of somebody, Rod?
Big George.
Big George. He don't remind me of his looks, or well, the way he carries that left hand reminds me of the Foreman of the 70s, but of course the Foreman of the 80s and the 90s.
Well, there you go.
He's got that peekaboo style that Archie Moore's had him. So.
You're right. Well, there I see him sitting on a stool now. I think the cornerman Fontaine must have told him to grab a little bit more wind.
I believe it's a big help when you sit down. Maybe big old George figures if he sat down, he might not be able to get up.
He might not get up. Big George for him.
How'd you see that second round, Rod?
Pretty much like the first, except I would say it was closer.
A little closer. My own personal thoughts were I would give Storey the edge in that round because he landed some bigger shots.
Well, you know, any round that you see Storey in, you're gonna have to definitely know he's gonna land the bigger bomb.
Sure.
Oh yeah, this guy's a good puncher. Close round. Just close fight up till now.
Close fight up till now. Yeah, I agree.
I'm not envious of the judges' decision here tonight.
No.
You know, when you're going to pick and choose between these guys, when the rounds are that close.
You're right, Rod.
It's a tough job.
Morrisey come out at the beginning of the third round here. Looked to be going to be a little more aggressive, but again, the two fighters are being pensive.
That was a wild right by Morrisey.
Wild right by Morrisey.
You can see Storey's trying to keep his right hand up a little higher, which is good.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to block some of those jabs coming in.
I got a feeling, Rod, somebody's going to land a big one here sometime.
Hey, it could just take one shot.
One shot.
When you're dealing with guys this big. They're not quite as big as the heavyweights, but one step below, and we all know about the heavyweights and the power they possess.
Wow. One shot and it's good night, Irene. It can all be over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, in case the fans, you know, we're going to get a little restless on this deal here with this fight. These guys are saving a little bit of juice for later rounds.
Well, people don't stop and realize that 8 rounds is a long time.
A long time. 24 minutes of fighting.
24 minutes of fighting with a break in between each round of 1 minute. So it really takes a lot out of you when you're in there that long.
You're right. Again, some more of the same. What we saw in round 1 and 2. Morrisey seems to be the aggressor, working the jab, so he's throwing more punches. You see, you know, a double jab didn't land, but he's throwing the punches.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, Raj. I don't know if Storey's falling into some kind of a trance in there this round or not.
Could be a trap.
He was there. He tries with a big right hand. The second round, he seemed to land a few nicer, cleaner shots. I see he's trying to measure Morrisey now with that left.
Yeah. I tell you what would be nice to see Storey throw 2 or 3 maybe bombs together. Like
well,
combination.
I'd like to see him put a combination together.
Exactly, because up till now there was a good effort.
Nice body shot.
Up till now, he's really only been throwing one bomb at a time.
Yeah, and we all know that you're not going to take out a guy like Paul Morrisey with one shot.
I don't think so. No, Paul's been around. He's tough. Tough boy. You see Paul rolled with that punch.
He did too, yeah.
Very nice one.
Storey tried with an uppercut and missed.
Yeah, Morrisey missed with his right hand. Definitely the best round of the fight.
Best round of the fight so far, Roger. Yeah, they've picked up the pace a little bit. Morrisey keeps coming.
That's right. He's been there all night.
Stick it in your face kind of guy. Stay right there. He is staying at long range. He's not doesn't have his head on Storey's chest or nothing by no stretch, but he's staying right in front of him all the time.
Exactly. But you'll notice some good head movement. Hands are up.
Yeah.
It's nice to see that, you know, with these guys, big boys like that. Oh,
nice combination, and he rocked Morrisey with that right hand.
That's what I was talking about, a three-punch combination, and he definitely rocked Morrisey with that.
Wow, end of the round. I never even heard the bell, Roger.
I think because we were yelling. But I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
Morrisey's legs got a little rubbery on that one.
He did get a little rubbery on that one,
big time, yeah. Big time. Storey just showed the power he's got.
Exactly right.
He can end that quick.
Must be tactical maneuver of some kind, or the way, perhaps the way Storey likes to do things in his corner. He likes to stand up and stretch the legs for a second before he sits down. Something unusual I haven't seen before. But.
Well, maybe he could be one of these guys that has, you know, a problem with his legs cramping up or tightening up. It's hard to say.
Yes, possible.
He's a big puncher. He's solid.
Must say, his cornerman buddy Fontaine, for a young man, seems to be very composed in the corner.
Brian's done a lot of corner work. Beyond his boxing days, Brian's worked a lot of corners, and he does a good job. Like you say, he's very composed, to the point.
Very calm, yeah. Yep. Which is good to see. You don't want someone that's erratic in there.
Oh, no, you get some cornermen that just go a little crazy, and it makes their fighters nervous or puts them on edge, and then hard to concentrate, you know, when your corner's not concentrating.
Exactly right. Round 4, Roger.
So who would you feel won that last round, Ted?
I'd have to give that round, like as I say, Roger, it was close, but I would have to give the edge to Morrisey. But then, of course, Storey landed that big 1-2 combination at the end of the fight there.
Exactly.
Morrisey's head was to the back of us, so we didn't actually get to see the side view effect of the punch. But he really rocked him hard.
That's how you could see the legs went a little rubbery.
Yeah.
I on the other hand, gave that round to Storey because of the finish. Morrisey was more aggressive, but Storey landed some big bombs in round 2.
Yeah. Like we say again, Raj, not everyone sees a fight the same way.
No, you're right. And we're sitting at the same table, so I hate to see what's happening out there with the three judges in the opposite sides of the ring.
Exactly right, yeah. I wouldn't want their job tonight.
That's right. That's why you get some fans that boo, you know, a certain decision. But hey, you see a fight
someone lost the mouthpiece there, I believe.
It was Morrisey, and Storey went right after him. I think Morrisey thought he was going to get his mouthpiece back. Storey figured, no, I think
no way. I think I'll go after him anyway.
Exactly. You always got to keep your head up in this game. No Mr. Nice Guy in there.
No Mr. Nice Guy in there, no.
No, when the bell rings, though, they'll be the best of friends, I'm sure.
Best of friends, yeah. A lot of respect for each other, Roger.
You're right. Boxers are in a league of their own.
In a league of their own when it comes to being a breed like that. They bitter enemies, perhaps, before the start of the fight, but when the fight's all done...
exactly.
You know, they're usually...
total respect for each other.
Total respect for each other to fight, yeah.
Win or lose.
Win or lose.
That's the way it's got to be. You got to respect the guy for the condition he's in, or his ability, his skills. But I took him out for Storey up till now.
Has been, yes.
You ever see that jab? It's a good jab too.
Morrisey got a good jab too. Yeah, I'd like to see him pump it a little more and work it a little more. But
I've seen a lot of guys win fights with just a jab. Morrisey could possibly do that, but he doesn't want to eat too many of those Storey bombs.
Exactly right.
Oh!
Nice left hook there.
Yeah, short left hook. Looked like it landed. Right hand on the top of the head there.
I have to tell you, Raj, both guys are very fair complected, but there's not a mark on Storey's face. On the other hand, Morrisey's face is just about beat red.
You're right, and again, it's because of the power of Storey possessing both those hands.
Landed the bigger punches.
Yep, he looks to be strong in both arms. Looks like Morrisey's always smiling or laughing at you, but he's that big white mouthpiece.
Big white mouthpiece, yeah.
Looks to be breathing a little bit harder than Storey is at this point in time.
Storey doesn't seem to... Nothing seems to phase the guy.
No. And as we look up to the ring, we see It is Morrisey in the black trunks with the white stripes, and Storey wearing the blue with the white stripes.
Yes.
Oh, I think that hit the glove.
Long looping left hook, Raj, on the gloves, yeah.
Storey threw a hook that looked like it hit the gloves. Well, that was a pretty even round, Ted.
Pretty even round, I would have to think, Raj, yeah.
So up to this point, after 4 rounds, I think we're looking at an even fight, and the last 4 rounds are going to probably make or break either one of these guys. And
well, it's down to a 4-round fight now, Raj, I guess.
You're right. That's the way I see it.
It's pretty close.
But remember what I was saying earlier, it looked like they were holding back a little bit or saving some juice. That's what they've done. It's very easy to see.
I believe you're probably right.
I think these guys are going to be here for 8 rounds.
And if they're here for 8 rounds, Rod, you can be sure the last 1 or 2 will be the most exciting if they're here for 8.
Oh, yeah, we're going to thoroughly enjoy that if it goes in the 8 rounds. It's going to be a wild finish, I'm sure.
I don't think they come here to fight a draw, so.
No, that's right.
Somebody come to win.
Like they say, the old draws like kissing your sister. These guys don't look like they want to kiss their sisters tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Nope. I think they have canvas kissing in mind, not
yeah,
sisters.
That's what's on someone else's mind. Yeah, that's for sure.
Morrisey.
Oh, nice right hand right to the.
Cut, or is that his hair on his forehead? It's hard to say because
it's hard to say from here.
You were saying his face is so beat red above the left eye. I could be wrong. It might just be some of his hair.
Hard to say right here from this angle, but I'll tell you this: Storey started that round out right there with a vicious right hand right to the kidney. Made good contact. I'm sure that Morrisey felt that.
Well, you see Morrisey still working the jab. Good right hand by Storey over top of the head. He's keeping his left hand awfully low. Uppercut from the waist. Miss. There's a good view of the fighters. Morrisey with his back to us. Morrisey looks to be a very cagey fighter. You'd almost think this guy's been around the game for a long
time. I agree with you, Roger, yeah. Seems to have a lot of ring savvy. Doesn't seem to have the snap he had in his punches.
No, you're right. His right hand comes out slow, very methodical. But
very methodical.
His jab is impressive for a cruiserweight. I'm very impressed with his jab. Some good power there by Storey.
The right hand of the body, yeah.
Oh, yeah, in comparison for power, there is none. It all goes to Storey. Big puncher.
Roger, I'm telling you that if Storey lands another 1-2 combination like he did at the end of that third round, Morrisey could be in trouble because he looks tired to me.
He looks a little sluggish this round. Might be trying to catch a second win.
Could be looking for a second win, yeah.
That's right. Might just be resting through this round, too. But I wouldn't want to see Storey land 2 of those combinations like he finished that round with because Morrisey could be in big trouble. Big trouble. And big punch like that, I tell you, it takes its toll on you.
Yes.
You see Morrisey trying to work jabs. Oh, Storey, 4 or 5 jabs in a row. That's nice.
That's nice to see, yeah.
Exactly. That's kind of a change.
Fans appreciate that.
Yep. And that's what Storey has to do. He's got to work all his tools. Got to work all his tools. Work his jab. Work the big bombs off the jab.
He's shown me pretty much being one-dimensional so far in this fight, Raj, I have to tell you. It's my first time viewing him in a fight, but he really hasn't shown me anything other than the power he has. I was impressed that he threw those 4 or 5 jabs there. But,
yes,
I think he's got a fairly stiff jab. He should be throwing it some more.
He should work it a lot more. He'd be messing these guys up.
He really could be. I believe he could be.
Oh, good shot to the body by Morrisey.
Good shot to the body by Morrisey.
I think Storey was trying to say it was a low blow. And Morrisey's apologizing if indeed it did land low.
And as we said before, Raj, respect for each other.
You got to have it. In this game, you got to have it. I mean, you get a guy hurt on the ropes, and if the referee ain't going to step in, I know most fighters will step back and
that's right.
Out of respect for his opponent. Well,
that brings round 5 to a close.
Yep, and that was a pretty even round as well, Ted. Reminiscent of round 4.
The way it's, reminiscent of round 4, Raj. The way it's shaping up, could be someone's
going to go to the scorecards. I tell you,
someone's going to have to open up here if they want to take this fight
Somebody
away.
Has to take charge. That's right.
In my view, and I haven't been keeping a scorecard, Raj, but in my view, the fight's dead even. And to me now, it's not an 8-rounder anymore. It's a 2-rounder.
That's right. Well, I've got it even after 5. So it's become a 3-round fight now.
Yeah, 3-round fight. I'm sorry.
It's become a 3-round fight, so somebody's going to have to take charge.
Somebody's going to have to take charge if they want to win it.
Yep. I've seen both boys win each round in 3 even so far. That's on my card. With 3 rounds remaining, Storey's got the power. Round 5, he worked the jab a little bit. Morrisey, if he wants, he's going to have to work a lot harder.
Morrisey really, Roger, I have to tell you, he really looks like he's sucking for wind. He looks to me like he's played right out.
He might have been hurt.
Could have been hurt.
In the 3rd round. It's hard to say. But it was with headshots as opposed to body shots.
Yeah.
Morrisey opens up with the jab again.
The second wind could really mean a lot right here at this point. Oh, there's a nice combination by Storey.
Beautiful combination by Dwayne. Good short right hand.
I believe maybe Buddy's told Dwayne maybe to turn it up a notch or two.
Well, I could be wrong, but that looked like Morrisey was smiling at him there. More or less telling him, hey, you didn't hurt me, pal.
Yeah.
You know, give me some more.
I don't think I'd be asking for more with a guy with that kind of power.
No, I'd be talking to him, but it'd be, please.
Yeah.
Please, sir, don't hit me. No, it's been a good fight so far, Ted.
Good fight so far.
Yeah, we're in round 6. Neither boy's been hurt.
I really thought that Storey rocked Morrisey there in the second round, was it, Roger? Third round.
Yeah, he definitely did. And
right at the bell, too.
I thought he would have opened up round 4 a little stronger than he did.
I did, too.
But these guys are evenly matched. You know, you got a boxer against a puncher. They're both respecting each other's skills.
Yes.
You know?
As I said before, Raj, I've never... I don't know what's going on there, Raj.
I don't know if Morrisey
rubbing the tape or...
the tape or a thumb or something. Morrisey definitely complained. It might have been a palm.
Yeah.
It's good to see Dwayne Storey working the jab again this round.
Yeah.
He's got to work it. Got to work it. Got to impress the judges if it's going to go 8.
Well, somebody's going to have to start impressing the judges, Roger. To me, the fight's a little too close. Of course, this is the most action that we've seen since the second round, so...
Yeah, you're right.
Nice body shot.
Yeah, some good power.
Storey.
And like you said, Morrisey's been sucking wind, or it appears he has. He doesn't want to eat too many body shots.
You're right, he doesn't.
Not late in the fight.
Storey, Roger, doesn't look to be breathing at all.
No, he doesn't look tired at all.
Not a bit.
That was a good short left hook to the head by Storey.
And Morrisey right back with the right hand on the body.
Yeah, Dwayne just threw 3 straight jabs. Oh, look at
nice right hand. Nice right hand. That wobbled him a bit, Roger, I believe.
He's got him hurt. You can see
Morrisey's holding on now.
Yep.
Holding on now.
Good right hand, left hook. But there's no backing up for these guys, eh? You'll notice
backing up.
Right in Storey's face.
Right in Storey's face all the time. Guy got a lot of heart, that's for sure.
Yep, for sure. Good jab. Storey has to work that jab.
Got to work that jab if he wants to win the fight, as far as I'm concerned, Raj, because if neither one of them, if it's going to go to the scorecards and the judges,
yep,
it's going to be very close. And like I said before, nobody wants to come to fight a draw.
That's right. And what I like about Dwayne is he's got a good jab. I think he should use it.
He should use it a lot more.
Often. Yep. A good, powerful puncher like that.
Morrisey still looks tired to me, Raj, in my opinion.
I would say...
Storey on the attack again, but that brings round 6 to a conclusion.
Yep, I would say that's as tired as Storey's look, or not Storey, Morrisey's look this fight.
Yeah.
And
Storey had to have the edge there, in my opinion, Raj.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I give Storey the round, which pulls him ahead on our cards. But you can never tell what the judges are doing.
That's right.
They're the guys that count.
They're the guys that count. Our opinions are just opinions.
Don't mean a whole lot. That's right. Again, we'd like to mention that this is being brought to you by Fundy Cable here in Moncton. The card is being promoted by Kodiak Boxing Promotions. John Ain is president. Paul Doran, matchmaker, promoter.
And of course, this whole card sanctioned, Roger, by the Moncton Boxing and Wrestling Commission. And in attendance tonight is the president of the Canadian Professional Boxing Association, Jerry Doran Jr.
Yep, and another fine job by Jerry as well.
Yes, very fine job. It's been an all-around class show so far, Roger, in my opinion.
You gotta like it.
Very impressed. You gotta like it.
Here we go. Round 7.
Morrisey come right out pumping the jab right off the bat, Roger. So is the Storey, so maybe the boys are going to turn it up a little bit here.
Good to see. You've noticed every round so far, Morrisey has opened up with the jab. He was a little sluggish around 5 and 6. It's good to see, like I said, I've said it probably 10 times through the fight, that Storey's been working his jab, and that's nice to see.
He does have a very stiff jab, Roger. I can't understand why he's not... He can win the whole fight just with that jab.
Vicious right hand to the
right hand, Raj.
Yep.
Oh, nice body shot, too.
Morrisey looks hurt there.
The guy's tough, Raj. You got to hand him that.
Oh, Paul Morrisey's tough as they come. Dwayne landed some big bombs.
Once again, following those two body shots, Roger Morrisey looks like he's sucking for wind again. I think he really stung him.
He looked
like he come out fresh there in this round, but the two shots to the body, I'd say, if they're hard, like the way Storey hits, can really hurt you.
You're right. Morrisey does look tired, but yet he keeps coming.
Keeps coming ahead. Keeps throwing that jab.
Some guys get tired, they start using the bicycle, start running, moving. Morrisey's right there.
Right there. He's been right in Storey's face all night.
Yeah, you're right. He opened up hot and heavy in round 1, but the tide seems to have turned here up to round 7.
Yes, it does. Both fighters laying back a little bit now again, Raj. There's Storey trying with a little uppercut.
Well, it could be that both of them are starting to feel the effects of 7 rounds.
I don't believe either fighter has gone 8 rounds to my knowledge, Roger.
I don't think so.
When it comes to going from a 4 or 6 rounder to an 8 rounder, that's a big difference.
You're right. It's a big jump.
I have a lot of respect for these guys that can go in and go 10 and 12 rounds.
That's right. That's like the old days, the old championship rounds, 13 through 15.
Yeah,
that's where the champions were made, eh?
Where champions were made.
It's amazing.
That's where Sugar Ray Leonard took out Thomas Hearns in the 14th, eh?
You're right. So you got to admire these boys from, for the big jump from 4 to 8, or whether, they fought 6 rounders before. We're not totally sure, but this, I do believe, is their first 8.
Well,
and they've stood up well.
Yes, they have stood up well, Raj. And of course, a lot of folks out there might be thinking, why would a title fight be only 8 rounds? Well, this is a maritime. This is a maritime title.
As opposed to a national title.
As opposed to a national or Canadian title, and that's what it has. It has to be at least 8 rounds according to the rules to be sanctioned around here.
Well, not a whole lot happening in this round.
Not a whole lot happened in this round at all.
So
Roger,
I would have to believe the boys are saving it for round 8.
Well, if they're saving it, round 8 should be a burner.
It should, and I'll tell you, that could be the difference in who wins this fight.
That could be the difference in who wins this fight, is right, Roger.
Oh, Storey was lining them up there.
Lining them up there at the end of round 7.
Yeah, that was a pretty even round, I think.
I scored that round dead even, Raj. I give Storey the slight edge in that last round. To me, he's only winning 1 round out of the whole bunch. So. Yeah,
I've got Storey ahead by 1 point on my card, and again, round 8's going to determine the winner.
Round 8's going to tell the tale.
Yep. So, Fontaine gets Storey to sit down in his corner again.
He's doing a breathing exercise there of some kind, Raj. It looked quite practical, actually. Maybe you can breathe and release the...
Well, there we get a look at Morrisey. He looks to be in control there, and the corner doing a good job. Everything's running smoothly over there.
Calm in there, yeah. Morrisey breathing very heavy, Roger, though.
Ted, you're right. You've been saying that for the last 3-4 rounds, and I think you're right. He looks a little bit winded. I don't know. I didn't see if Storey landed any big bombs on the inside. It didn't appear to.
He didn't land any big bombs, but as I said, I thought that he caught a second wind at the start of that 7th round, and then Storey come right out and landed them 2 big shots right to the body, and here we go for round 8.
That's right. They opened up just the way we called it.
Just the way we called it, Raj, yeah.
Morrisey's throwing about 10 jabs already, and Storey's trying to work his. Big left hook by Morrisey.
Oh, nice left hook. Nice left hook and a right hand.
Oh.
They're letting her hang out now, Roger.
They've got to.
Somebody's got to win the fight.
You're right.
If somebody wants to win the fight, they're going to have to win it in this round.
They're going to show who wants it the most right here. Right now, the talk's all done. They've got to open up and...
Exactly right.
And show who wants to be the champion.
That's right.
Hey, there's some bigger and better things waiting for the winner.
I agree with you, Roger. That's a fairly common weight class that previous to the Canadian Professional Boxing Association establishing the cruiserweight and junior and super divisions was never fought for before. And there's a lot of guys at this weight class.
Sure there are.
Could be a lot of guys come out of the woodwork to do some fighting now in this division.
Both these guys are ranked in Canada as we speak tonight.
Yes.
And the winner's only going to climb the ratings. There's no doubt about that. Hey, who knows what's going to happen next? Maybe a Canadian title shot.
Exactly right.
He's definitely opened some more doors.
Definitely opened some more doors, yeah.
Good work there by Storey. Oh, Morrisey threw a right hand.
Threw a wild right hand.
Another one in the back. Yep. Oh, another one to the arm. It's hard to land those shots on the chin when your opponent's staying out of range.
Yeah.
Good right hand there by
Morrisey.
Just touched the tip of his chin. Morrisey pressing the issue here this round.
Yes, he is. They still don't seem to be too willing to go at it, Rod. Is that too much respect for your opponent?
It could be. It could be.
Or shouldn't these guys be in there letting it all hang out?
It could be. Storey, might be respecting Morrisey's punching ability, and at the same time, Storey's power. I don't know.
Yes.
But it's been a good fight.
Yeah, that's been a good fight.
Yeah, neither one of them been hard to find.
Somebody should be having a big finish here, Rod. Somebody must want to win this fight. I can't quite get over it.
Well, it's been a good round for Morrisey, in my opinion.
It has been a good round for Morrisey. The only thing that does, though, Roger, is bring it back, in my opinion, to a draw. Which unless someone has a great big finish here, and I don't think even a big finish is going to matter. I'm predicting a draw. There's a big story by Morrisey.
Yeah, it's a good finish by Morrisey here. Storey looks to be tired this round.
Storey looks to be tired this round. You're right, Roger. Yeah.
If you notice it, early in the round.
I believe that was a slip.
Early in the round, Morrisey landed a couple of body shots, and it looked like it sucked down a little bit of his wind.
Yeah. Morrisey get up from there's the end of the fight, Roger.
And it was a good fight.
It was a good fight, Roger.
It was a good fight.
Both fighters showing a lot of respect for one another.
Exactly.
And,
it was a good.
Both trying to stay on the outside boxing.
A good clean fight.
Clean fight.
No dirt there. Good respect. You can see the boys are hugging each other, walking around the ring. Look at that. Total respect. That's great.
I think that's great too.
Let's go up to the ring center with Garrett for the official announcement.
Yes. Hello, Eric. Am I on? Well, there you have it, folks. Unanimous decision going to Dwayne Storey. Roger and I had really seen that fight a little different. He's gone off to one side to interview our winner. But scorecard's not all exactly reflecting the results the way everyone's seen it. But as we said before, everyone sees the fight a little different, and got to take our hat off to both fighters. They both did a really good job, and well, Dwayne Storey is the new cruiserweight title holder, so we're going to go over to Roger Dueron for an interview with our new champion.
Maritime Cruiserweight champion Dwayne Storey. Dwayne, great fight.
Thank you very much. It was a tough round around, but I knew the Lord was with me. I was in the best shape of my career, and I knew I could go the 8 rounds. And as long as I could box 8 full rounds, I knew I had the fight.
Yeah, you definitely didn't look tired at all through the first 7 rounds.
I just worked the jab the whole way through, and he was throwing a lot of wild punches. My main objective was to make him miss and counter, and I think I did that effectively.
You did a real good job. You showed that you have a lot of power there. I think he was respecting your power throughout the 8 rounds as well.
Yeah, I think once he got cut there, too, he got a little desperate. His punches were a little bit too wild, and he threw himself off that way.
Okay, so what's next for you, Dwayne?
Hopefully few days rest, and I'm looking to possibly have a match for the Canadian title sometime within a year. So I'm just working towards that goal.
That's great. Now, so 8 rounds, cruiserweight middleweight champion. I'll tell you.
Feels good.
Congratulations.
All right, God bless.
Take care. Good. Thanks.
And welcome back, fight fans. Raj, give us your comments on that, quickly on that cruiserweight title fight. We had it all wrong.
We had it all wrong. Well,
Not really all wrong, Raj. It was a close
Now,
fight.
both of us thought it was pretty even, and it ended up that the judges saw that Storey won most of the rounds, which is fine. I mean, when you're scoring, one judge scores an even round, the other guy gives it to one of the fighters. Hey, the rounds pile up that way, and one judge saw it, Storey winning all 8 rounds, which was a bit of a surprise.
Which is a bit of a surprise,
He's
yeah.
definitely going to be a good champion, and I think it's great for boxing, good for Moncton.
I do too. Up to Gary Maxwell for the ring announcements here for our next fight.
Scheduled for a 3-minute round. Introducing, first of all, fighting out of the blue corner, on Brando, is wearing blue trunks with white trim. He wears